Do you routinely normalize or
Never.
anything like that?
I don't
You
normalize.
just take it like it is. Huh?
I take it like it is, though I will do gain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If something is like at -20 and I can't adjust something, I can't hit a compressor or something like that with it, I'll gain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using the gain setting?
Using the gain setting where
Just the gain feature.
just the gain feature. I will look at it and see how high it is, and I'll say, okay, I got to put 9 dB on this. Is -15, say, and I'll put 9 on there and use it.
Uh-huh.
You know, guys, well, the gain makes it sound different. What do you think moving the fader up 6 dB does? I mean, it all makes it sound different. This is digital. It even sounds different on this stuff here. The guys just didn't know to complain enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's just complaints. That's what it's all about.
What are your favorite plugins that you use all the time, that you use a lot?
Well, I tell you, I am a big McDSP plugin EQ guy, and I'm a big Waves guy. And the thing I just recently found out about, and I'm just as crazy about as can be, is the Massenburg EQ. He's come out with a plug-in equalizer, and it is just the best.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's so good about it?
First place, this is a wirehead, a renowned wirehead, among maybe a half a dozen wireheads in this country who make stuff for studios, and I don't know if these guys come from Queen of England kind of money so they can just dabble and make these things, or if they're like struggling like the rest of us. It doesn't matter. There are people out there that we all know who they are who will not. No scrimping on the old family recipe. The guy who builds Millennia. These people that, and what happens is I can see their accountant saying, nobody's gonna buy that, costs too damn much. You should pay 30 cents for this cap instead of $3. And then we can, and these guys, I can't do that. And so that's the way George Massenburg is. And when he came out with a plugin and he allowed his name to be on it, I had to listen. And I heard it and I'm like, whew, it's wonderful.
Uh-huh. Cool. What other things do you like to use?
Well, of course, then we got your reverbs. I love TL Space. I mean, that guy is the deal. Especially...
Which one was that?
This is TL Space. DigiDesign just recently got those folks. And what I do with that is I'll import the IR responses. What I did was I did a lot of work with Altiverb. I was using Altiverb for a while. And Altiverb, you were able to sample all these places. So I ended up with all kinds of rooms. And in TL Space, you can import those. And TL Space is expanding its room numbers. And I just love these convolution reverbs. And of course then, geez, the people from Universal Audio, they're using these little cards. A lot of people are getting away from just TDM stuff, and Universal Audio uses cards that do the what am I looking for? The computations for you. And they have some things. I mean, their EMT, they have sampled plates like all around the country, and their EMT sample plates are just perfect, just ridiculous. And then they have this. They just came out with a 5-band multi unit, and it's like a 5-band multi. It can be 5 bands of compression, 2 bands of compression, and 2 bands of expansion, and all kinds of stuff that is there. There's nothing that's made in hardware that is anything like this.
Uh-huh.
And I just think it's the greatest.
Uh-huh.
Boy, you got problems with clacks on basses, or it's changing tones across strings like we were talking about. You can use this guy, and just by dialing it in, you can get it just fine, just great.
So what does your own personal home rig consist of?
You know, at home, I always swore I would never buy anything. I said, I'm going to fly this airplane. I'm not going to buy one. Somebody else can buy it and fix it. But then as Pro Tools came along, first I got an 001, now I have an 002 at home. So I can go home and do editing, 2496 editing and stuff like that. Or little rough mixes or things at home. But for a big mix, I'll go in a studio, or I'll go to a place where they have a full-blown system.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any attachments, hardware-wise, like an external clock or anything like that?
No, the clock is so good. I still have the Aardvark clock, but
it didn't improve it.
It didn't improve it. So why? And I'll use, like, I have my Sony digital camera, and I just can go into that with a FireWire cable from FireWire, and then I can run right out of FireWire and Pro Tools and put it on a television set when I'm working on a film or something like that. So having it at home, I mean, I think I'd go crazy if I didn't have it at home now. And it's really funny because you would like, all right, we're gonna get some studio time. You would never do anything that had anything to do with recording unless you were in the studio. And now you can keep your skills up, build them up, work them up. It's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I just love the new age.